The Wyoming Game and Fish Department has released its final draft of the Wyoming Elk Feedgrounds Management Plan and will present it at the Wyoming Game and Fish Commission meeting in Pinedale, March 12th and 13th for approval. The draft is on the Game and Fish webpage. It's designed to guide the department's overall and long-term approach to elk management on the 21 Game and Fish operated elk feedgrounds in western Wyoming. The draft plan culminates a process that began in December 2020, involving more than 60 volunteer stakeholders from various interests. An initial draft plan was released in June of 2023 for public review and comment, which resulted in substantive changes. The goal of the draft is to feed elk in a way that limits disease transmission while reducing elk reliance on supplemental feed. The department would also adhere to the standard department methods for elk herd unit population objective review, with public process and commission approval for any proposed changes. Prioritize hunting opportunity as the primary tool to manage elk populations, minimize elk damage to private property, disease transmission to livestock, and negative economic impacts to livestock producers, and minimize competition with other wintering wildlife. The plan addresses the history of feedgrounds in Wyoming, how management has evolved, social and economic considerations, feedground-related disease management, elk populations and harvest strategies, and the future management of elk feedgrounds in western Wyoming. Upon commission approval, the plan would develop specific feedground management action plans involving smaller working groups of potentially affected landowners and stakeholders who will look more closely at potential modifications involving individual elk feedgrounds or a group of closely related feedgrounds. The department's elk feedground steering team is confident the plan will successfully guide future management of elk and game and fish feedgrounds in western Wyoming. The March Wyoming Game and Fish Commission meeting will be streamed online on Zoom, along with a recording for viewing at a later date. This is Ray Hageman with the Wyoming Game and Fish Department.